What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Football Capital. And yes, we have another transfer update for you. Today we're going to be speaking about Manchester United, and now, as you already know, the breaking news has come through and the saga is finally over. Bruno Fernandes is now officially a Manchester United player. Now we've been talking about this one for weeks, even in the last transfer window in the summer before the season started. All the talk was about Bruno Fernandes coming to United. For whatever reasons, the deal didn't come through, but now we finally have got our man. The reported figures for the deal is 47 million pounds plus add-ons. So I think you might take it to about 65 million. I mean, look, United always overpay anyways. I mean, and to buy someone in January, you are gonna pay these sort of figures. But look, United really are desperate for players, especially in our midfield. I mean, with McTominay and Pogba injured, and we don't really have that creative option. We do have Lingard, Pereira, Mata, but are they good enough? Can they actually cut it in every single game and playing 90 minutes? Probably not. So Bruno Fernandes is finally a Manchester United player, and it'll be interesting to see now when some of our players get back, like poor Pogba, to see how they'll work in our midfield. Because I mean, we've seen his numbers in Portugal, his goals, his assists. We've seen I think he's got 63 created chances in Portugal. Yes, I know it's a different league. It's probably not one of the better leagues. It's probably not in the top 5 in the European competitions, but he still does it for Portugal at the international level. So maybe there is something in this, but we finally have got our man, which is exciting. And I hope he does play against Wolves this weekend, because I mean, with Wolverhampton, we know the type of team that they have. We did play him recently. Was it in the FA Cup that we did beat him? But we had to do it hard. But look, I can't wait to see Bruno Fernandes in. Yeah, man, and it'll be interesting to see what he can offer, especially when all our players are back. But finally, the Bruno Fernandes deal is over and done with. We finally have got our man. There's also some other news as well. Marcos Rojo has gone on loan to one of his former clubs, Estudiantes in Argentina. So that's to the end of the season. I think personally we could have used him this season. I mean, players like Jones are still playing. I don't know how. I know Tuan Zabi could be still injured. We still have Fosu Mensah. He hasn't really featured this season at all. Lindelof has been a bit shaky this season, so I don't know why you will put Rojo on loan. I think it would have been a great option maybe to keep him and use him this season, because we still have the FA Cup, we still have Europa League as well, and also fighting for that top 4 spot for Champions League. I mean, look, you're gonna need every single player available. So it is a bit of a weird one. Look, Rojo hasn't really got much of game time this season. So who knows? Maybe through the injuries that he's had in the last couple of seasons, last couple of months, maybe Ole wants to send him out, maybe get his match fitness back up. I don't really know really in depth about this one, but look, it is what it is. We do have some other ones as well. Ole has confirmed that Alexis Sanchez will be back for next season, and look, he's been given a second chance. Ole says he's going to come back and prove everyone wrong. I mean, to be honest, even though he hasn't really had the best of seasons at United since he came to the club, I don't even know why we put him on loan in the first place and still paid almost more than half his wages. That's something that you talk about. Ed Woodward and the Glazers doing business. That's a bad piece of business in my opinion. Even though he's picked up an injury at Inter Milan, I think we could have used him. We really don't have any creativity this season. Even when Rashford's out, Sanchez could have been the perfect option to maybe put in that number 9 role. But yeah, look, it'll be interesting to see what Sanchez can offer United when he comes back next season. But we definitely need to get more players back. Look, Sanchez is we know the quality that he has. He hasn't really shown that since he's came to United. But if he can replicate some of the numbers he did at Arsenal, then you never know what we could have in Alexis Sanchez. In coming ins as well, we saw also well, we did win to Manchester City, but we lost the tie. Ole did come out and say that they are looking for a striker. Obviously, we do know that the Haaland deal fell through at the start of the transfer window, so we didn't get that deal over the line. But he is looking for strikers now. We know that they put in a bid, or they requested for Cavani, and Cavani has rejected that. Now I think Cavani does have his eye on Atletico Madrid. I think that's where his final destination will be. We've done a video a couple of weeks ago as well, so I think that's his preferred destination. In my opinion, if he does come into the Premier League, the issue is, can he cut it with the pace of the Premier League, his age? Yes, he's still a quality striker, and he still does it at the international level. I remember in the qualifications for the World Cup, he topped the goal scoring charts there in South America. So, and look at all the quality players that play in South America. Look, he still got it, but can he cut it in the Premier League? I am not too sure, but I think his final destination will be at Atletico Madrid. We've also had Manchester United. I think it's a bid. I don't know if it was a bid or a request rejected by Bournemouth for Josh King. Now, Josh King, I think he's been injured, or he just came back from injury, but I think he did play for Manchester United back in the day. But sources from, I think, from Bournemouth have said that they have rejected any sort of bid for Josh King. So that's another striker that maybe Ole was looking at to bring in while Marcus Rashford is out on injury, and hoping and it's a back injury. They said it was a double fracture in the back somewhere. So like that could be out for the rest of the season. Rashford believes that he's going to be back this year, so that's going to be an interesting one to see what happens with that. But look, with under 24 hours to go in this transfer window, Ole has made it clear that he is looking for a striker. I do think they're looking maybe getting a loan deal, a striker to come in on a loan till the rest of the season. So we have to see what happens with that, with the striker options. We're also on the outs. There's been, as we know, throughout the whole year, there's been rumours of Angel Gomez and Chong as well, both given contracts, both not signing the contracts. There's been more speculation around Chong about going to Juventus on a free. I mean, now once this transfer window closes, I think he's down to his last 6 months at Old Trafford, so which means he can talk to any other club, and he can leave on a free at the end of the season. So I think that might be something that is going to happen. I think Chong definitely might be leaving because he's just not signing that contract. I mean, out of the two, Chong has been getting a bit more game time, and even just being on the bench in some of the games, Chong has been chosen over Gomez. But with Gomez, to me, I think he's a quality player. Maybe in stature, he doesn't really have it. If both players, I think they're both built like gingerbread man to me. So maybe they need to hit the gym. But look, Gomez, I think he's just waiting for that Barcelona contract to be offered. I think that might be his destination. Is it the right one for him? I mean, he's not even getting game time at United. So if he's not getting game time here, and that could also mean because he hasn't signed the contract that he's not getting any game time. Like we've seen some of the young players that have come through, like Williams, that has been getting a lot more game time. Even in the cups as well, in the Europa League, the FA Cups, the Carling Cups, or the Capital One Cup, whatever it's called these days. They've been getting more game time. Then Gomez hasn't really been featured. Chong, we've seen him in the last couple of weeks when the games have been piling up, but they're two ones to watch out for. I mean, we'll keep you updated even after the transfer window. I think they'll be allowed to sign contracts elsewhere because they will be on a free. But look, guys, at the moment, that's all I have for Manchester United. The Bruno Fernandes deal is finally secured. They finally have got their man, £47 million plus add-ons, which might take the deal about to 65 million. It'll be interesting to see what he can do for Manchester United. Now, is he the guy to fix all Manchester United's issues? Let us know in the comments as well. Where do you think he fits in this system when we have all our players back, like Pogba, like McTominay, and also like with Fred still being there, Matic? Who comes in for which games? That'll be an interesting one. I really hope he does play against Wolves. Um, I mean, he'll be versing half his Portuguese teammates there, but it'll be interesting to see. But Manchester United have got their man. And guys, with under 24 hours left for this transfer window, we'll keep you up to date for all the transfers that happen on deadline day. And we'll make sure we update you with all the other done deals that's been happening around the Premier League. And also, let's not forget Inter Milan with the madness they're doing at the moment. We'll give you all the updates all across England and all across Europe as well. So guys, make sure you stay in tune. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave all your comments below. Is Bruno Fernandes the man? You let us know, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.